If you played this game when you were a kid, we can officially be friends. Because if you recognize this blue-eyed girl with black hair and a pink dress and her little brother, it means you and I grew up with one of the most addictive game series ever. I'm talking about the SayHi Kids games. SayHi Kids was the name that appeared on an endless series of flash games for children, especially popular during the 2000s and early 2010s. These weren't games made by big companies. Not at all. They were created by a tiny team that released super simple but hypnotic mini games, often educational and always in a super cute style. Most of them were simulation games. For example, there was the one where you lived inside a little house and you could do everything. Do your homework, sleep, wash yourself, play. Then there was the one where you could go shopping. And of course, the one where you became a hairdresser. I'm sure that most of you know especially this one. You could spend hours cutting, brushing, and creating fun hairstyles. And the craziest part is that even though these games were based on super simple and everyday things, like grocery shopping, or packing your bag, or brushing someone's hair, you would get glued to the screen for hours and hours without even realizing it. But the problem is that today these games are almost impossible to find. But why did they disappear from the internet? When I was a kid, I played all these titles on my absolute favorite website, which is girlygames.com. It was my paradise. I spent hours on this website. I loved it so much. But at some point, it was gone. But why did this happen? This happened because Adobe Flash died. When Flash was shut down in 2020, tons of games created by small companies were deleted, forgotten, or simply never updated. And SayHi Kids never upgraded anything. They didn't convert their games, and they didn't even save them on other platforms. It's like they just disappeared. So that's why they're so hard to find today. But I wasn't ready to give up. I officially went into detective mode. I searched through websites, archives, forums, even Reddit, until I finally found working links to the old games. And yes, after years, I finally got to play them again. I was on the couch with my laptop in my lap, clicking through a million sketchy websites to make these games run. And eventually I did it. And while I was playing, my sister walked over and gave me that side eye like, what is she doing? But we ended up talking about and played together these adorable little games. But when I replayed them after so many years, I realized something crazy. The gameplay is so short, like really 2 to 4 minutes. I didn't remember that at all. Maybe because as a kid I played them for so long that those 2 to 4 minutes magically became 2 to 4 hours. The first game I absolutely had to play again because it was my all-time favorite. It takes place entirely inside the girl's house. The gameplay is super simple. You are inside the house and you can do lots of little daily tasks. You can sleep, brush your hair, and you can even rip your hair out, go to the bathroom, take a huge bath, use the toilet, wash your face, basically the full routine. Once you leave the house, you reach a small square where a lady sells food, and you can order something to eat. The other 2 locations you can visit are the park and the school, and in both of them you find the girl's little brother. At school you can write a phrase on the whiteboard in Korean. I think it's supposed to be a joke because she laughs after she writes that phrase, but since I don't know Korean, I can't be sure. Then you can play the piano and do various school activities. The park is where the fun starts. For the girl, my fun started way earlier, literally the moment I opened the game. There are tons of rides you can interact with, and you can even go on a ride together with the brother. Then there was the second game I loved in this series, the hairdressing one. Your task was to wash the girl's hair with this super cute shampoo. I imagine that this smelled like strawberries, like creamy strawberries. Lather it up and rinse it. Then the haircut. You could cut her hair however you liked and then use different tools to style it. 2 types of rollers and a straightener. And finally dye it, choosing between blue, purple, red and more colors. Then there was the accessories section. Hats, clips, tiaras, all super cute. The gameplay was really simple, but just like the first game, I could spend literally an entire day styling this girl's hair without ever getting tired. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find the third game. I looked everywhere. Forums, archives, Reddit, but the only working links I found were just for the first 2. There were more titles in the series that I played a lot. One of these was about the little brother. He was the main character in this game. In this game, the main characters were the boy, of course, and then the mother, father, and maybe a cousin or a little sister. Unfortunately, it's all in Korean, so I can't tell for sure, but it was a little girl. The game started with the parents asking the boy to run errands for them. He could be sent to different shops. The pet food shop, where he bought dog food, a small grocery store selling vegetables and basic foods, and a newsstand. What I loved about this game was the character designs. They were really unique, very distinctive and adorable. And this was the third game I managed to find. The fourth one, sadly, I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't even find a video on YouTube about this game, so we'll mention it briefly. It was the game where you could create your own dance performance. It was a really weird concept, but I know that a lot of people remember this one game, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find it online. In the end, I really think that what kept us glued to our screen with these games was their extreme simplicity. There were no impossible levels, no complicated missions, just games designed to pass the time peacefully, doing small everyday activities like writing on a whiteboard, doing homework, going to the bathroom, sleeping, all totally normal things, but made magical by those super cute and charming graphics. And the truth is, that was enough for us. We didn't need anything else. And it's really beautiful to realize how such a simple little fragment of our past still has the power to make us feel good, whether we talk about it or we just remember it. And that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel for more content about nostalgia and the things we loved when we were kids. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.